Dear students, in this lecture we will discuss marketing plan. We will follow the process of marketing plan, which include first, analysis of the internal and external environment, set objectives, design strategies, tactics, and then controls. The first step is to analyze. But what to analyze? Organization need to analyze marketing environment. What is marketing environment? You can define marketing environment as a context in which the company operates. It includes all the factors and the forces that affect the firm's ability to build and maintain successful relationships with customers, fulfilling their needs, and achieve the organization goals and objectives at the same time. When identifying the environmental factors, we have to consider two types of forces, microenvironment and the macroenvironment. Microenvironment is the forces that are close to the company that affect its ability to serve its customers, at the same time its ability to fulfill the objectives of the organizations. Macroenvironment is the larger general forces that affect the microenvironment. It consists of all forces that shape opportunities and make threats to the company. The forces of the environment, as we see from the next shape, the company by its departments, the surrounding micro forces, suppliers, customers, competitors, collaborators, marketing intermediaries. All these forces include the factors that the company can be affected by to be able to achieve the objectives. At the same time, from a general perspective, we can find that there are many factors that affect the organization and also business organizations in the same sector or different business sectors. We find, for example, the political, legal factors, economic factors, social, cultural factors, ecological factors, and the technological factors. So we have two types of organizations regarding managing and dealing with change in the environment. We have proactive organizations, we have reactive organizations. Proactiveness means that companies predict and anticipate change, then take actions to influence their marketing environment by developing strategies of competition. Reactiveness, companies will wait for change, or some companies could adapt to change. If the company wait to change, they will wonder what happened and they just let it pass. Other companies who react to change try to adapt to this change by using tools to analyze the change happened and then design strategies that will help the companies to take the advantage and overcome the threatening situations. Why it is important to be proactive? Because reactive attention to the environment by the marketer will lead to disconnection between the company and their customers. This will give a chance for competitors to gain advantage over these companies and then win a higher market share. Scanning and analyzing the marketing environment. The organization will need to obtain information about events and trends that occur outside the organization and that can influence the organization marketing decision making. This process will help the organization as early warning system for it. It allows the marketers to understand the current situation and the trends in the future. There are many models for environmental analysis: pest analysis, pestle, fire force analysis, SWOT analysis. If we just consider coronavirus outbreak, how this outbreak can affect the environment of business. Examples of the environmental expectations regarding this virus can be as follows. If we think about how the government deal with the virus nowadays and in the future, more government transparency will happen. More public and private partnership to overcome this health problem. Slowdown of many countries' economy, major adjustments of economic policies of the governments, interference of governments to address the stock market problems, a change of monetary policies like decrease of the interest rates, bankruptcy of some airline and tourism companies, a change of the marketplace policies, and the switch to remote work and work from home, cultural change of consumers regarding safety and health, tax and rent reduction to overcome social problems in many countries, the decrease of crude oil prices that affects the economies and prices, more social responsibility of business organizations. Can we find any opportunities in this case? It is just prediction of what would happen in the business environment and how can organization invest in different type of technologies, communication, logistics, safe and health living environment, early detection and protection of health, online offices, education and e-learning, online entertainment and retail business. So it is, although it is a crisis, we can find in this crisis many opportunities for business, but the problem is how the organization will predict and also form the strategies that can invest in these opportunities. What can responsive companies do? Because there are nothing they can do to change the environment, there are some choices that they can consider adoption to the change by changing the components of the marketing mix. For example, if we have feedback from the customers about if the company responding to their needs and fulfilling the needs, we can use also data about the consumer trends, and we can combine these data to decide to make product improvement or distribution channel development or price decrease or price policies change. Proactive companies can do more than reactive companies. These companies can take actions to influence their marketing environment. They try to change the environment before it changes the marketplace. Here are some examples of proactive actions. The second step is to set marketing objectives. Good objectives are SMART, means specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, time-oriented. If you are not able to set these objectives with these characteristics, remember that the rest of the plan will depend on the objective. If it is not correct, the plan may fail. Then it is important from the start to have these good objectives. Describe our target market. In this stage, the organization needs to analyze the target market by understanding what are the characteristics of the market, who are our consumers, which segment that we will focus on, how will we target the segment, how should we position within the segment, why this segment and not different ones. The objective is to define the segment in terms of demographics and the lifestyle or geographic factors or psychological factors. Show how you intend to position the product or service within that segment. We can use also tools to assist us in strategic marketing, such as Porter competitive strategies and other tools. Develop marketing tactics. After analyzing the environment and identifying the target market, we have to convert the strategy into the marketing mix. This marketing mix includes the 4 P's or 7 P's according to the situation. These are your marketing tactics, like product tactics, price tactic, place and the promotion tactics. There is a relationship between planning and control. So if you have good plan or good strategy, we need to make sure that these strategies has been implemented properly. Using the cycle of control means that we need to set the standards, which are the objectives in our plans. Then we have to measure actual performance and compare the actual performance with the standards. Then if there are some deviations, we have to correct these deviations by corrective actions. And we have to have figures like sales figures, budgets, market share data, startup costs. This will help us to implement control properly. Finally, we have to write a short summary which is placed at the beginning of the plan and include all detailed information and documents as appendix at the end of the plan. Thank you for your attention.